Welcome back, dearies, to Sinfully Desilicious. I delightfully kickstarted the Mango Mania last week. I inaugurated it with an ambrosial recipe, Mango Tres Leches. Now, for this week's post, I chose a classic kids' favorite recipe, pancakes. Mango and pancake, two delicacies in a plate. This scrumptious meal is a feast. It can be taken anytime, any meal of the day. I added mango into my pancakes and elevated its taste to the next level. I can claim it as a healthy pancake as it's made up of wheat flour and loaded with fruit. Let's kickstart the recipe. In a wide bowl, add the wheat flour, sugar, baking powder, baking soda and salt. Mix it well with a whisk. Now your dry ingredients are ready. Keep it aside. Let's move on to the wet ingredients. Separate the egg as white and yolk. We are going to work on it individually. Meanwhile, in a small bowl, add 3/4 cup of milk and 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Mix it and let it rest for 8 to 10 minutes. This will result in curdled milk. Instead, you can replace it with buttermilk directly. Now add the separated yolk in a bowl and whisk it well with melted butter, vanilla essence and mango chunks. Your vanilla essence acts as a flavoring agent and helps to nullify the egg smell in the pancake. You can add fresh or frozen mangoes according to your availability. Since mango is seasonal, you can substitute with other fruits like berries, bananas and cherries. But do not add puree. It will ruin your pancakes as they turn the batter runny. Preferably add chopped fruit chunks as it will not liquefy the batter. Now take the separated egg white in a bowl, add a tablespoon of vinegar and beat it with a hand mixer till you get peaks. It will roughly take a minute. Adding vinegar to egg whites helps to stabilize the peaks formed without deflating over time. While separating the eggs, not even a single drop of egg yolk should mix with the white as it will prevent the egg whites from forming peaks. To ensure peaks are formed, tilt the bowl upside down. The peaks formed shouldn't fall from the bowl and should stay intact. Now let's mix all the wet ingredients together. Add the curdled milk to the yolk mixture. Whisk well to combine. Now it's time to combine both the dry and wet ingredients together. Now add this yolk mixture into the flour and gently whisk it till all the flour is incorporated into the mixture. If you feel the batter is too thick, then add 1/8 cup of milk gradually to thin the batter. It can be kept optional according to your batter consistency. Then add the whipped egg white into the flour yolk mixture and gently fold the peaks into the batter. As the air incorporated into the egg whites while beating is essential for the pancake to rise and stay fluffy. Therefore, gentle treatment is required while mixing it with batter. Overmixing will remove the air incorporated and deflate the pancake. Heat a pan in a medium heat for a while. Place a small greased mold, then smear a little butter and add the batter and cook in low to medium flame. This will help it to get a nice golden brown without burning it. Scoop the same amount of batter to make evenly sized pancakes. Here I used a small round mold to make the pancakes. You can also directly pour the batter onto the pan without a mold and make sure you drop a dollop of batter and leave it to spread on its own. Do not try to spread it with a ladle. Always maintain low to medium flame. Don't cook pancakes hastily by raising the flame or flipping it too quickly. If you see bubbles forming on the surface and the color changes, this indicates it has reached a perfect golden brown color. Then it's time to flip it. Consistency of the batter is crucial. It shouldn't be too thick or too thin. It should be intermediate. While scooping and pouring the batter, it should be thick and flow from the ladle as a streak. Always combine dry and wet ingredients together just before cooking. Do not mix both and keep it for longer duration as the air formed by the leavening agents would deflate by that time. Always prepare in batches and use it immediately. Also, while mixing, do not overmix. It will result in dense and flat pancakes. Gently fold the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. Now it's time to assemble the pancake. Assembling ingredients are purely optional. Here I had leftover mango coulis, mango cream cheese frosting and mango 3 milk mixture from my mango tres leches. I layered, topped and drizzled it. Alternatively, you can top up with any whipped cream, fresh fruits and syrup. As I mentioned early, being the mango season, I wanted to experiment this yellow beauty with this pancake. You can try the same recipe with other chopped fruits such as blueberries, strawberries, raspberries and banana. Either incorporate the chopped fruits into the batter or you can stuff them while making the pancake on the pan. Alternatively, you can try adding nuts or chocolate chips to the batter in the place of fruits. I wanted to please my vegetarian viewers and followers, so I made an eggless mango pancake recipe too. I will post it along with my kitchen secret recipe next week. My kitchen secret recipes are the experimental recipes I create with my leftovers of that particular recipe, or it can be a variation of it as well. If you're curious to know the recipe of mango cream cheese frosting, mango coulis, mango 3 milk mixture, you can check my previous week post, Mango Tres Leche. I have shared the recipe link in the description box. Finally, your healthy mango wheat pancake is ready to relish. Absolutely a hearty meal to serve your loved ones. When I discovered cooking, I discovered myself, so can you.